I cannot believe it's been 60 days of me using this little monster mini stepper. Since I've been using it so long, it's only right that I share the tea and my truth. First things first, don't believe this counter and don't start with this knob turned all the way up. The timer on the mini stepper is very accurate, but the amount of calories you burn on there, it like more than politicians. You could really be going at it like, yeah, I ain't stopped yet. You gonna look down that calorie counter gonna say 2 calories. So I highly recommend if you have an Apple Watch, track your calories that way. Another thing I learned is to go in intervals. Take it easy, okay? As much as you think you're gonna beast mode it, it's gonna beast mode you. It's better to start doing things within intervals of 10 seconds or 10 reps at a time, and then walking it out for 30 seconds or 1 minute and trying to do something else after that. It's a marathon, not a race, because it's gonna humble you with the quickness. I don't know why I started doing this, but ignore me. Another thing I learned, when people say, oh, my knees are hurting on this mini stepper, it's likely because you're not pushing with your heel, you're pushing with your tippy toe. When you push with your heels, your hips sashay like mine are right now. You won't have to force this movement. It's gonna naturally happen because you're pushing with the heel of your foot. Another thing I learned, it's okay to not use the bands the entire workout. You still are gonna get a workout whether you use the bands or not. However, those bands are gonna take it up 3,000 notches. So if you're new to this, I highly recommend that you start with a low resistance on the mini step and don't use the bands the entire time. Only do it for the last couple minutes. Hell, last 30 seconds if we being honest. Also, the mini stepper can work out your entire body. It's just the way that you decide to use it. There are free workouts on YouTube if you need somebody to guide you, but the more you get on it, you can kind of figure out what exactly targets what for you personally and then do those moves as you go. Also, make sure you're stretching your calves. You can actually stretch your calves on this machine, okay? Just put your foot up to the bottom, lean forward a little bit, and let that calf stretch. Because it is a mini stepper, it's going to target your thighs, glutes, legs, and calves. The bands work on everything else. You also need to stay hydrated because, babe, you're gonna sweat. And it's gonna be a good sweat too, girl. Look like you put on some oil. If you just want a casual workout and don't want to look like you just got dipped in Vaseline, then try to do it without the bands and just do a simple walk workout. Lastly, if you want your heart rate to go up as you're doing this mini stepper, anytime your hands are over your chest or close to your chest, your heart rate is going to go up. But also be mindful because your heart rate can go up pretty fast no matter what you're doing on this mini stepper. Last thing I learned is that it's going to whoop my ass every time. I have yet to go all the way through my 15 minutes without stopping. And you know what? I'm not even mad. I love getting my money's worth, okay? Burned 172 calories in 15 and did 550 steps.